It's May. You've probably already got all your flowers done. It's time to get ready for Christmas. And I know that sounds funny, but on some of these things, you need to have things collected in advance. This is obviously just a medicine bottle. I also use vitamin bottles of the same size, keeping them pretty much in the same size. And what I use them for is to wrap them so that they look like Brock candies. Those small candies that come in wrapped papers. So you see what they kind of look like here? I hope you can see it okay. This is obviously a wreath. I make garlands out of them. Last year, our library group decorated a tree and raffled off a fully decorated tree, and we drilled holes in the tops and bottoms of all of these and strung them on some twine, and then we decorated them after we had them all strung on twine. All you have to do is just find some foil wrapping paper. Just give one piece here. Those click, click, click is my dog leaving. It's pretty simple to wrap. Little piece of tape just to hold it till you're through. I don't worry about trying to make them look absolutely perfect, but I'm sure you can do better at that than I can. Use a bit of tape dispenser if that goes toward anything. So then you've got your candy. Then of course those candies come in wrapped in cellophane. So you have to get your piece of cellophane. Wrap it up in cellophane. I'm not going to bother cutting this. Obviously it's more than we want at this particular time, but I'm not worrying about it while I'm showing you, because you can fix that. Then all you have to do is put a piece of tape hold it in place and just twist in opposite directions. This won't hold, so what I do is I use a real thin wired ribbon, just tie it off. You make a bunch of these and you've got yourself some artificial candy. Now you can also use if you notice the round ones on those wreaths, those were actually smoked almond cans. So, and also you can use striped paper so that they look like they're peppermints, however you want to do that. But, so this is what it comes out looking like. Now, like I say, if you want to string them onto a piece of twine first, then go through and just go through and wrap each one, and you can put different colored paper on there, purples and golds and whatever. You've seen what the candy is, so you know what it looks like. So I collect these from vitamins and medicines throughout the year until I have enough for whatever it is I want to do. Last year we had to have a bunch of them, obviously. Now, when you're decorating outside, these work just as well outside, but obviously you have to have a lot bigger one. This happens to be a diet supplement that I take. You can also use the liter soda bottles. So same thing applies. You do it exactly the same way. If you were going to be stringing it on a cord, in this case, you'd obviously want it to be a pretty big piece of rope. So you do the same thing. You drill both sides, and you go ahead and do that. If you don't do that, just like this one, obviously, but bigger, you can take and just tie them to a green garland, which is what I do with these. Just tie it to a green garland. See the same thing, you're going to end up a really, really large piece of candy. And if you string these to a green garland and hang them outside, they really look really, really cool. Or if you string them together on a rope and do the same thing, they look really good as well. I'm not going to go ahead and finish this because it's really not that hard to do. You got the idea of it. But you need to save either Coke bottles, these type of things. For the lozenges, like the peppermints or whatever, you can get Frisbees, spray paint them white, and then just paint your red stripes on the end of them, and it'll come out looking like a lozenger. And so those work really, really well. Last year when we had that tree, it was really kind of cute. People kept asking me where we bought the garland at. And in fact, myself and two of my girlfriends sat here and made them over not that long a period of time, really. Well, it didn't take that long, but they really came out looking really, really cute. The other thing that I'm not a very creative person. I'm a pretty good craftsperson, but not necessarily that creative to think of things. I see things, I think we ought to be able to do something with that, but I can never necessarily think of it on my own. I did come up with one thing which came out pretty cool. This is a vertical blind. In this particular case, it's about 42 inches because it came up of a patio door. So a patio door blind, the vertical blind is 84 inches, so half of that comes up to 42. You can't use the single hole that's on there because it would pivot like this. So you have to punch 2 holes. I just use a paper hole punch. Sorry, I forgot to get out my piece of pipe cleaner. You just go through and all you're doing is just hooking them together. Don't need a whole pipe cleaner, but this will just show you what I'm talking about. And you've got the beginnings of a paper chain. This came out so cute. We put it on our library and the kids just absolutely love it because it comes out looking exactly like a large paper chain. All you have to do, the only thing we do for them is I hang them out on a piece of plywood so that we can spray paint them. These are several years old, so I need to respray them this year. And you just go through and you make it exactly like a paper chain. And you just keep adding to it. Whoop, watch out. Just keep adding to it, and it really, really comes out too cute. The nice thing about them is, like some Christmas things, when you're trying to figure out where in the heck you're going to store them, all you have to do to store these is just take them apart, lay them flat, and for storage you end up with something that's about this size right here. It can't be any easier to store. So it works really, really well. The other thing that you need to get at this time of the year is tomato cages. I'm not going to change the angle so that you can see it. You all know what a tomato cage looks like. They come in 2 sizes. Like this is about, what, 3 foot, and I think the other one's about 5. It's an automatic done deal Christmas tree. You can spray paint it so that you don't have this particular galvanized look to it, but you wrap a garland around it, you decorate it, you can put grapevine around it and decorate it, and it really comes out looking automatically like a Christmas tree. And I think these things cost $1.39. I think the big ones cost $1.79. But they're really, really, really easy to use, and they're so versatile, and you use them for your tomatoes in the spring, and then you just keep them and use them for trees later on. We put groups of 5 of them out. You've seen the ones where they have the white lights on them. You can string white lights on them if you wanted to as well. So just a few things that you might want to start looking for now, so that when it comes time for Christmas, you're all ready. Thank you.